Hello and welcome back to Elden Ring, and we are in a very different place than where we left off, and there's a very good reason for that. My recording software somehow messed up the recording that I had taken earlier in the day, and I have been trying to fix it this entire time basically, and it is not working. So pretty much what has transpired is I have been exploring. I found a bunch of soldiers. There's one over there. I don't know whether you can see him, but he's in the distance. And these soldiers are pretty easy to kill, I gotta say. They're not too bad. They're kind of slow, so they're easy to dodge around and all that wonderful stuff. And then I found this statue on the little mountainous area there, and that statue has a small candle in its hand. And basically what it does is when you interact with this thing, it basically gives you a somewhat light as a guide, and it led me all the way over here. There are some relatively weak enemies over here. They're sort of like foraging enemies of some kind, and yeah. So I'm just trying to basically recount what happened in the episode, because obviously you're not ever going to see that now, which is really, really sad to me, because there was a lot of really cool stuff that happened. But I'm hopefully going to be able to, as I say, recount it for you, and you're probably going to see a bunch of me dying anyway. I died literally, I think, maybe 7, 8 times. Yeah. It was pretty significant. Anyway, so this is the place that the statue was trying to tell us about. It is the Stormfoot Catacombs, and I found some pretty cool stuff here. So I'm actually just going to show you what I found. So I found this thing. It's called Prattling Pate, and it basically says hello. So for example, if I use it, yeah, I don't know whether you heard that. I mean, I shut up for it, but if you didn't hear it, it basically says hello in a really deep voice. I did not want to rest there again. I actually wanted to access my inventory. Okay, I am an imbecile. Oh yes, I am an imbecile. Alright, so yes, otherwise, apart from that, I did also receive this. Yeah. Summons 5 wandering noble spirits. This was at the very end of my exploration of the catacombs. And I assumed at the time, I sort of posed the notion that this is a thing that you can summon if you're having a difficult time, and maybe it's going to be used to do, to help defeat a boss or whatever the case may be. So I found this here as well, and I also found 3 smoldering butterflies, which is a crafting item. And I believe that is pretty much all I found here. I have no new weapons. I did find these. These are gauntlets. I don't know whether they're actually any good. I mean, maybe I should use them. Yeah, I should go to my equipment. Maybe I should use them. I don't know whether this is going to enable me to roll fast still. Yeah, it still enables me to roll fast, of course. And this guy you can speak to, and he basically says, proper death means returning to the Erdtree. Have patience until the time comes and the roots call to you. I've already spoken to that guy once. Now, if you go in here, there's an item. But there are 2 enemies. One will literally ambush you from the right side, I believe. So we're not going to go in there right now. And this door is actually closed when you first enter the catacombs. You have to go this way first, and there is a lever behind that statue in front of us on the 2nd level. And the only way you can get to the 2nd level is by going through that door down below. So I'm actually just going to show you real quick. I might actually die on the way down here. But as you can see, I actually have 95 runes anyway. Okay, so here's the thing. This guy's gonna... no. Yeah, so here's the thing. These hallways, they have an intermittent fiery death laser thing, breath, I don't know. Basically, it's like a fire breath that is consistently being fired down these hallways. And you die instantly if it touches you. I died from that, I think, 3 or 4 times. Just generally because I was not fast enough. And yeah, so that was basically that. That's pretty much how that went. I died from these guys a couple of times as well, because they are, well, actually, as you can quite clearly tell, pretty difficult. Gonna just drop down here real quick and just heal up a little bit, and maybe we can take this guy down. Get him. Yeah, there we go. Okay, we got him. Fantastic. And yeah, so there's the lever right there. So basically what you can do is if you stay up on the 3rd level, you can go all the way to the left there, and that's where you find the noble spirits that I showed you just now, which is basically a really powerful summon. And yeah, so that's pretty much all there is. But there's a lot of these enemies here. They cause the bleeding debuff, as you could no doubt tell. I already sustained quite a lot of damage as a result of the debuff. And yeah, it's a lot of damage when you first come in here, because they attack very, very quickly. They have a very fast attack speed, and for the most part, they are quite difficult to deal with, because they have a lot of dodging as well that they're capable of doing. So I'm just going to rest here real quick, just to reset the fellow and his positioning. And once you pull the lever, what happens is this gate opens up down here. So this gate is obviously closed beforehand. This gate opens up, and what do you think's down here? Well, obviously it's it's a boss. Could you tell what I was about to say right there? Yes, it's a boss, okay? And now this boss is actually not even bad. I feel like this boss is not that difficult, and I purposefully died fighting it because I wanted to make sure that my runes were at the door. So as soon as I enter, I'm going to pick up my runes, and then we'll see what I can do here. Maybe I'm going to be able to achieve victory. Yeah, so this is what it is. It's the Erdtree Burial Watchdog, and I said at the time, it looks more like a cat, doesn't it? Okay, there we go. Okay, you've got to be careful. Ow. Okay, it did not do that before. Oh, it goes through the pillar. Okay. Yeah, it goes through the pillar. So yeah, this is basically the amount of HP that I got him to beforehand. And you can see here, I basically only fought him once. Okay, so I only fought him once. So me dying again to him, yeah, that's kind of to be expected in my opinion. Yeah, that's kind of to be expected. Anyway, I do have, what is this thing called again? Barbaric Roar or something like that. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm probably going to use that before we go inside. Or before I start hitting the guy for the first time, because as far as I'm aware, thanks to those of you in the comments, it is a berserk type mechanic that increases my damage. So we'll see if I can maybe use that to good effect. I'm going to run over very quickly and just get my souls. I'm going to keep calling them souls randomly, so I apologize for that, but there we go. There's Barbaric Roar. Let's see if this is actually going to do anything. Oh, it doesn't seem to do that much damage, to be honest. Ah, no, you gotta run. Gotta run away from that, thank you very much. Okay, yeah, so he's gonna do this. He's gonna attack very weirdly, actually. He attacks in a very weird, very stuttery kind of fashion, and I gotta say, I'm kind of unnerved by it quite a bit. So, there is that. Okay, dodge away from this. Dodge away from that. And basically just continue dodging away from this this amount of attacks. You cannot dodge underneath him to get past, so that's a thing. I'm gonna be hit. Oh, yeah. Should not have gone in there. Should not have gone in there. I thought to myself, okay, I'm gonna be able to maybe, you know, take advantage of that, but no. Ow. Okay, he turned at the very last second there as well. I really don't have a huge amount of HP either, so that's kind of making things a bit more difficult. Okay, yeah, I see. So, yeah, that's another death. There you go. And I got him to this exact same HP. I'm not entirely sure how I'm supposed to kill this guy, to be honest. Maybe I'm not even supposed to kill him right away. Maybe, I mean, obviously, it's all to do with skill. At this point, it is all to do with skill, and it is not to do... I mean, obviously, if I had better gear, you know, that would make all the difference. You know, if I had an upgraded weapon or if I had a different weapon, then I would probably be able to defeat this guy much, much easier, because let's face it, the more damage you can do, the less chance you're going to have of actually dying. So let me see if I can do this again. So I'm going to start cutting out attempts on this guy just so I can get a little bit more practice in, but I wanted to show you kind of what he's all about initially. And I think I need to be a little bit more audacious with the amount of damage I can deal to him. No. Okay, no. Gotta be careful, gotta be real careful. I'm actually wondering whether I should have him destroy the pillars around the room. Maybe that makes a difference. It probably doesn't, let's face it. Oh, okay, I thought I rolled right there. I thought I rolled, but okay. Okay. Apparently my rolling is not giving me the invulnerability that I need. There we go. Yeah, somehow I feel like I am so far out of my depth right now that it's very, very difficult to actually get any damage on him whatsoever. That's a bit better. There we go. That was a bit better. Alright. Okay, he's going to do the flames. We know. I really should have saved my my kukri knives. I actually had some kukri knives, and I thought to myself, yeah, that would actually be really, really useful right now, because it did have a bleeding effect. I had 4 of them, but I used them earlier fighting those small guys. That was really kind of a waste. Okay, he's doing the flames. That's fine. That's fine. He's just going to basically stand there doing not much at all. This is where I could really use a ranged weapon of some kind. You know, whether that's throwing knives or not, doesn't really matter. Ow. Oh, you know what? I should have just dodged away at the last minute. You know, I was being greedy because I thought to myself, I can probably finish this guy off, right? I can probably finish him off. But that is something I have learned in so many Dark Souls games. You really cannot rush these things. You cannot rush the boss unless you are very well geared or unless you have a good weapon. Obviously, I'm literally using the weapon that we started with. And generally, again, it is all a case of rinse, repeat, and have faith in your own ability to not get overzealous. And, well, I got overzealous at the very end there, and that was the reason why we were not able to achieve victory this time around. So I'm going to see if I can get him down low again, and then I'll see you then. Alright, it looks like we've got him. I have used all my flasks, and we only have 1 or 2 hits remaining. I'm going to have to be very, very careful here. Oh no, it's this. Okay, this is bad. Or maybe not. We got him. There we go. Alright. Fantastic. Phew. Okay, so now I also gained Noble Sorcerer Ashes. Okay, so that's obviously really, really good. And we can now return to entrance if we want to. And I believe that is basically it. I don't think there's anything else for me to do in Stormfoot Catacombs, but there you are. That is basically the first big boss that we have dealt with ourselves, and personally, I'm actually quite proud of myself for being able to defeat this, even though it did have some, I'm gonna say, not exactly difficult, difficult attack patterns, but he was very jittery, jittery and kind of like a bit creepy in the way that he was moving. And as a result, it was kind of taking me a little bit longer than I would have otherwise liked. But we only had, I think, a total of 5 deaths, maybe 5, 6 deaths on this. So in my opinion, I feel like we did quite well. So let me just rest up here. And we can also do a little bit of traveling here too. So how do we actually travel from place to place? I actually thought there was a fast travel system in the game. I mean, I think you can probably do it like this. There's the church. Oh yeah, I don't know whether you actually... No, you weren't here when... you weren't here when I actually went here. So yeah, basically, the Church of Ele is pretty much a place where you'll find a merchant. I called him Santa Claus at the time because he looks like Santa. Look at him. He looks like Santa from here, right? And there's also a workbench here, basically a smithing table where you can upgrade your weapons. You're going to need smithing stones to be able to do that, of course. And there seems to be another point of grace relatively in this direction where the soldiers are. So I suppose I'll show you the soldiers a little bit as well, because... well, I haven't actually shown you these guys yet, I don't think, and generally, yeah, it's kind of sad that I lost that recording, but hopefully this one is going to work. I think I've done a little bit of testing on it, and I think it is working, so that's actually quite nice. And these guys are not too, in my opinion, I feel like they're pretty easy, and they're kind of like the simple enemies that you might fight on sort of more of a regular basis, rather than those in various dungeons and crypts and catacombs, more specifically, I suppose. So, you know, those fast-moving guys with the bleeds and things like that, you're probably not going to be seeing those that often. There we go. Oh, he had the invulnerability frame still. Oh well, never mind. And we were able to eliminate him. And you know, basically what I can do is literally just charge at these guys, and there's not much they can do about this because they don't have that much poise, as you can see. It's very, very easy for you to stagger them, and they really do not pose that much of a threat, which is actually kind of... I'm gonna say kind of surprising. I would have thought that they would be very much on you, you know, because they do have armor, and they do appear to be at least somewhat trained a little bit. I'm not sure whether they're undead or not, but generally I feel as though they might be kind of... Oh, hello there. Okay, so that's the way that we wanted to go. And apparently this is some kind of encampment, some kind of camping area for the soldiers. So this is really, really good for me to get over here, because this gives me a nice little checkpoint. And this is where we actually need to go, by the way. Remember what Vare said in part 1. He said... go over here for some reason or another, and yeah, I suppose that's exactly what we will try to do. So let me rest here for a little bit of time, and then we will see what we can do about... Oh, hello, there's a cutscene.
Greetings, traveler from beyond the fog. I am Melina. I offer you an accord. Have you heard of the Finger Maidens? They serve the Two Fingers, offering guidance and aid to the Tarnished. But you, I am afraid, are maidenless. I can play the role of maiden, turning runes into strength to aid you in your search for the Elden Ring. You need only take me with you. to the foot of the Erdtree. Then it's settled. Summon me by grace to turn runes into strength. Ah, another matter. I bequeath to you this ring. Use it to traverse great distances. It will summon a spectral steed named Torrent. Torrent has chosen you. Treat him with respect.
Alright, so apparently this is the leveling up NPC that we have now just unlocked. Okay, so that's really nice. I wonder whether it just required us to come over here to this point of grace, or whether it would have just happened at some point. I actually have no idea. Obviously, I'm probably not going to be leveling anything up at the moment, because as I said before, I have no idea what I would like to spec into, because we basically have a blank slate. I'm level 1 at the moment. I can pretty much choose whatever I want to do, and for me specifically, I'm thinking I'm probably going to be speccing into quite a bit of endurance and vigor. I'm not sure about strength or dexterity at the moment. I'm most likely not going to be using magic or faith spells in any way, but who knows? There is always an opportunity to spec into that at a later time, but of course there is a finite amount of resources that I will be able to get, I suppose. I mean, obviously you can continue farming runes over and over again, but generally, yeah, might be something to bear in mind. Okay, so apparently there is... Wait a minute. I actually did not want to go in there. Okay, yeah, let me just go back out and let me just sort out what's going on here. So basically what you can do is there is a pouch, right? There's a pouch somewhere. Where's the pouch? Because there we go. Okay, so use this, and this basically, oh wow, okay, this literally summons a horse. Okay, can I attack on the horse? I can attack on the horse. Okay, and if I desummon, okay, so I desummon it that way. So how do I resummon it? I have there's the pouch. Okay, there's the pouch over there. Okay, so if I do this and then do this, and then that's going to be enabled on my pouch, and then I can literally just call it by doing that. Okay, that's actually fantastic. That is amazing. That is super cool, because that means I can now traverse great distances in this land without having to walk. Okay, I've got to be careful not to get ambushed here, because I can wholeheartedly assume that something's going to happen. Let me just what's actually going on here? There was something popping up. What is it? Wait a minute. What it doesn't allow me to open whatever it is. Oh, I just need to start. Oh, it's this? Okay, what is this? Oh, what? Lord Sworn's Great Sword. Okay, hello. I don't think I'm going to be using this, because it's going to be strength based, right? Yeah, it's going to be strength based. I need strength 16, and I can assume, yeah, it's probably going to be pretty good, because I've used great swords in the past. In Dark Souls 1, more specifically, I used a Zweihander, and in my opinion it was very good. I liked it a lot, but it's a bit too slow for me, or at least I feel like I would prefer to use a faster weapon this time around. So I'm thinking maybe a dexterity-based build, but it very much depends on what kind of items I'm going to get. You know what I mean? It's very much that. Okay, this guy's not too bad for us to deal with. Oh, another item right here. Oh, map. Map Limgrave West. Okay, that guy looks like he means business because he has a different helmet. Oh, he saw me, but then he was like, no, actually, I don't think I saw anything. That's pretty cool. Oh yeah, by the way, I fought these bats before once. They're not that bad. They do quite a bit of damage, but they are easily killed. 3 hits or so. Ow. Okay, yeah. Let's not underestimate them, eh? Whew. Okay, that was actually a lot harder than anticipated, to be honest, but I think it's probably just because there were 2 of them, and they were attacking at simultaneous times, and it was just very, very difficult for me to isolate one of them to be able to do enough damage to eliminate them at all, to be honest. Okay, so let me see if I can get over here. I'm just going to do a little bit more backstabby. Okay, I'm wondering whether there are going to be more items. Oh, there is. Look at this. Is it going to be another weapon? It is. It's a flail. All right. Okay, wait a minute. What's the flail like? Okay, the flail is actually a dexterity-based weapon, and it causes blood loss buildup. This is a spinning chain. Okay, shall we... Should I use this? Should I literally use this? Should I try and get my dexterity up to 18 to be able to use it? I think I will, to be honest. I think I will, because in the end, I am probably going to be using a dexterity-based weapon. So I was basically just waiting until we found a dexterity weapon that I could even bother leveling my dexterity for, because you never know. Maybe maybe I was going to come across something else, like an amazing magical staff, or a wonderful 2-handed weapon. I mean, obviously the great sword technically is actually kind of good, I think. Maybe. I mean, maybe it's not. I don't know. Maybe it's not that good. I mean, it is one of the starting weapons, so that basically means that the flail is also kind of a similar thing. Anyway, many of these people are now going to respawn, unfortunately, but there's not really much I can do about that. So let me see if I can even... I can't even make it to 18. I can't even make it to 18. I am an imbecile. Oh well, never mind. Okay, I'm actually just going to be spending a bunch of my golden runes then, because look at this. We're going to gain a pretty significant amount of these. So let me use this. How much are we going to gain from this? 400. Are you serious right now? Could you spare it? Yeah. Okay, well, it's probably a good idea for me to literally just use all of these, to be honest. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. Boom, we got 600. I don't think that's going to be enough for me to get to 18, which is actually... It's enough to get to 16. Are you serious? Okay, well, we're now level 7, and I basically have no runes available. I wonder whether I'm going to be able to use it two-handed. I might be able to use it two-handed, so let me actually just see. Let me see here. There we go. Can I now use it? Yeah, that seems to work. No? I don't know. Maybe it's not. I mean, I might as well try it against this guy. He's pretty easy, so let me see if I can actually make it work. Nope, it is terrible. It is awful. So let me actually just see. I'm just going to equip this, and I'm just doing this all while I'm fighting, by the way, because the game does not pause when you're in the menus, by the way. I don't know whether you know that, but yeah. Ow. How dare you. Right, so I do need to get to 18. Alright, fine. I thought that if I wielded it with my two-handed stance, it might actually make a little difference in regards to how effective I'm able to wield it, because obviously if I'm wielding it two-handed, then maybe I need a little bit less proficiency, you know what I mean? So maybe that would make a bit of a difference, but unfortunately that doesn't seem to be how it is, so we're gonna have to find... Oh, there's another... Oh, look at that. There's another site of grace right over here. There is someone on a horse, though. I'm a little bit worried about that fellow. I feel... Oh, I really want to get that flail, you know? I really want to get that flail. I mean, I have the flail. I just need to get to 18. So, let me see if I can do that. Oh, there's a tree over there. I might be able to go and see what that tree's all about. Alright, so can I level up yet? No, of course not. I need 775 to be able to level up. Okay, 775. There are more bats over here as well. Ugh. Yeah, leave those guys alone. Thank you very much. I really don't want to deal with those. Hello, sir.
You there. Could you help us out, Cully?
Oh, he got me while I was standing up. Really? You got me while I was literally... Oh, you... Ah. It's fine. It's really completely fine, because I really do not have any runes whatsoever. And even if I were to lose them forever here, I really wouldn't mind at all. I almost got him, though, to be honest. I actually almost got him. If I had my flail, I think I would be perfectly fine to eliminate him, but I obviously don't. Let me see if I can maybe do something a little better this time. There's someone calling for me, as you can see right there. He says, "Oh, you there? Could you help us out?" Well, I will try in just a second, sir. Are you serious? Of course. Okay, yeah. I basically just ran in and killed myself against that guy. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure what I'm supposed to do against him, to be honest. I think I should probably wait for him to attack. Maybe lure him into a different area, because it might very well be the case that fighting in this area is definitely giving him an advantage. I mean, obviously fighting on flat ground is definitely an advantage for him. So if I were to go up here, for example, maybe this would make a bit of a difference. Hello, sir. Would you care for murder? Would you like to murder me? Yes, he would. And as you can see, it seems to be working quite nicely. Although, I'm still getting hit. Oh no, he's up here now. Oh no. I took two flasks without even meaning to. Oh no. This is bad. Okay, wait a minute. Oh my. The horse. The horse got me. The horse literally got me. You know, this guy seems harder than the boss. This guy literally seems harder than the boss. I'm not sure why, but it's probably because I have no breathing room whatsoever. He seems like he's always on me, so that's probably the reason, because obviously the boss does have a certain attack pattern, and this one is very much a case of, well, he just doesn't care, does he? Oh, the delay on his attack.
Anyone look me in the eye. I'm not that bad,
Got him. Yeah, that's what you get, sir. That is what you get. Do you not drop anything? Are you serious? He literally did not drop me anything. Alright, well, there's someone calling for me over there, but you know what? I'm literally just going to go back to the point of grace, because I think that's probably going to be it for this episode. It's been pretty action-packed. I had a number of deaths, but we've also acquired some very, very nice resources, and indeed, a new weapon that I will hopefully be able to use relatively soon. How many souls did I actually get from killing that guy? Not enough. Yeah, not enough. Anyway, I thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.